Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new to it, figured I'd make a video about tournaments being postponed. I feel like sometimes it just causes some people, and this isn't like the vast majority of people, but I feel like there's a lot of people that for some reason always have a complaint with a tournament day being postponed or tournaments being delayed and stuff. So I figured a good day to talk about it was here at the Bassmaster Open on Cherokee. Day one has been postponed / canceled. We're going to fish a full day or a full field on Friday and Saturday now. There'll be no top 10, no third day. It's a 2-day tournament now. But, and I'm sure that probably there's, I mean, just by how many people are in the tournament, there's probably somebody that's upset with it. But today, winds blowing sustained like 25 miles an hour. I mean, it's Cherokee's not a huge lake, but I mean, I drove down the road and everything. It's rough out there. But I feel like there's some people that still almost, I don't know if they don't get it or they don't really think about it from a different perspective. That releasing this many people out on the lake in any normal day, which we had a day in practice that the wind was blowing this hard. Actually, I don't know if it was in the actual practice. It was over the weekend. Anyway, all these guys were out there practicing. And the wind was, I think, it was pretty much the same thing going on, only it was colder. But we still fished. But the difference is, and I feel like this is where a lot of people kind of don't think about it when they're saying, oh, well, they might say, we fished that in practice. What's the big deal? But it's the tournament being responsible and understanding the position that somebody might find themselves in the tournament that could be dangerous. And essentially these people, they're responsible for taking a bunch of people like us fishing this tournament that are, very capable and willing to go out there and fish a day that the wind's blowing 25 miles an hour and the lakes can be dangerous if you try to run it too fast, or in any kind of weather condition that can make things dangerous. A lot of time it is wind and rough water that can make things dangerous. But this isn't a regular day, so the reason why they have to postpone these days and stuff isn't because we're not capable. All of us are capable of going out there having a good day on the water fishing when it's rough like this. But I see it, and I see, like, a lot of times online and stuff, days will get postponed and people just start complaining and, oh, this and that. But here's the scenario where it can get very dangerous in a hurry, because this isn't a regular day of fishing. We have a lot on the line, Elite Series, trying to make the Classic, lots of money. Say you're 50 miles up the lake and you need one more big bite. You finally get it late, and now you need to get back to check-in. That just got dangerous for somebody, especially the guy that doesn't even know the guy that signed up to be a co-angler, didn't know he was going to end up in this dude's boat. And now he's got to make this big run back, and it could be the most responsible guy out there, but you can get put in that position where you have to make a choice to maybe do something that's a little bit dangerous and run through some of this terrible water and everything at a speed that may not be as responsible back. It's the organization taking responsibility to not put you in the temptation, in a position where you have the temptation to do something like that. So I feel like that complaining about it, it's when you sign up for the tournament, you give them that responsibility to do that, and whatever the condition is that they allow you to fish in, that's how you fish in. So that's that perspective. Now I will go ahead and talk about that there can be gray area when it comes to this. There's never not gray area. So, and it's happened before. I feel like a lot of times well, in recent videos I've talked about the MLF side a little bit, which again, I don't dislike the organization. I've fished plenty of those tournaments, but the example I'm going to use is one of their tournaments that I remember seeing. It might have been a few years back, but this is the gray area of what in a tournament like this that I'm in, I would not want to see happen. I would not want to be in a tournament when it happened, because I'm all for, if the conditions are bad, delaying the day of the tournament. But I don't like when sometimes in tournaments, the one that I'm going to talk about, that they limit water that you can fish. You know, fog delays, stuff like that. That is what you got to do. You can't just cancel a whole day of tournament for like a fog delay. But this was a specific tournament where it was wind, and they were launching on the Detroit River, and you know, a lot of guys I'm sure had practiced out on the lakes. And for the tournament though, because of high wind, they limited the field to only fish the river. So this is the gray area that I think shouldn't be done. I think in a tournament like this, that would essentially be saying to people, hey, we're going to go ahead and hold this day of the tournament. I'm sorry if you practiced in the wrong area, and didn't know that we were going to just cut off that area, but we're going to cut off that area and you can't fish it. You can only fish here, and we're just going to group everybody up. To me, that's totally wrong. If you're going to do something, you should just cancel the day. Don't do something like that. And why is because it's a disadvantage to portions of the field. So in this, everybody loses a day. I have no problem with that. If it's for safety of everybody, nobody gets hurt, awesome. That's what we're supposed to do. You're not supposed to go out with the possibility of people getting hurt out here. That's just, you know, that's not what anybody's here for. We shouldn't be doing that. But if you're going to limit tournament waters so that guys that may have only practiced on the river now have an advantage over the rest of the field, that is where I can side with some of the guys that want to complain about these, you know, delays or not really delays, but weather stoppages and cutting off portions of the lake and stuff like that. But in a situation like this, I feel like you have no grounds to complain if they, by their judgment, they run a lot of tournaments. If by their judgment they think that they need to stop you for a day or move the entire tournament, whatever they want to do that stays fair to the field, that is on them. And I mean, you just got to fish the conditions and deal with it. Everybody's dealing with it. So that's just my take on the whole thing. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.